Last week in the New York Electronic Dance Music Festival, Electric Zoo was canceled before its final day after 2 concertgoers died and at least 4 others became critically ill in incidents related to the drug Molly. Since then, the mainstream media has reacted with hysteria, attacking recording artists who reference Molly in their music. Vanessa, Missi, is this true about Molly in comparison to MDMA? Is Molly actually, can anyone on the street say that it is always pure?
Molly's never pure. I mean, rarely pure. It's pretty much become a marketing gimmick for people to have people believe that it's the more pure form, when in reality, it's most adulterated with not just one substance, but usually multiple chemicals.
Mm-hmm. Just in the same way that, 10 years ago, ecstasy, when it was a craze, I guess actually maybe like 20 years ago at this point, 10, 15 years ago, when ecstasy was a huge craze in the mid-90s and raves were the new fad and media agencies were going hysterical about ecstasy then, they're now going hysterical about Molly, but it's not new. It could essentially just be a crushed up ecstasy pill in a bag.
Or it could be any new of these research chemicals. It could be a 2C, one family of the 2Cs. It could be a cathinone, also known as bath salts like methylone or mephedrone, MDPV, or any of those. It could be PMA or PMMA. It could be a number of things, really, not just, a lot of people think that it could be just speed or crank or whatever. It could contain many different substances, a lot of the new research chemicals too.
Vanessa, you've covered MDMA and ecstasy and Molly in some of your stories. What?
And they're all the same thing, actually. But yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Vanessa, continue.
Than Molly or ecstasy.
The point is that Molly is a powder, right? And ecstasy, which I gather is what old people call MDMA, is generally, used to be a pressed pill. And probably 10 years ago, having powdered MDMA showed that you were closer to the source, that you were at the Oregon Country Fair and you were down with the family and you were able to get this stuff that was like blessed by Amachi, and it was the real pure MDMA. I mean, this is the context in which I heard the word Molly like 6 or 7 years ago. But it's since been taken up for sure by the mainstream, and she's totally right. And the point is that a powder can be cut by every person whose hands it goes through. When you're sitting in a dance festival and somebody's selling you a powder, it probably was cut by 13 guys before it got to you. It might have even been a bath salt to start with. We don't know. So nobody should trust it. And I do think if one good thing comes out of this, it should be the PSA that Molly is not pure. I think that'll be good for kids to understand.